Louis Hart for The Ring magazine. Delighted today to be joined with a WBC and free weight world champion, Shakur Stevenson, here in New York ahead of your fight against William Zepeda. Shakur, it's good to be speaking to you. How's things? How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, a big fight for yourself, William Zepeda. A fight that's probably been in the works for a long time. A fight that you've wanted for quite a while. Does it feel good that you're finally, going to have your hands on him on Saturday night?
Yeah, for sure. It's been a long time coming. I've been calling for this fight for 2 years now. This is probably one of the first situations you ever seen a champion call out a contender. So the fight is finally made. I can't complain. And on Saturday night, you will see the best version of me. Do
you feel like for this being a fight that you've wanted for so long, it's almost like an advantage in a sense? Because I know you've had doubts before of William wanting the fight. So, when you do prepare and you have that mental sort of side of the game, you feel like you're one up in that sense. You said, look, I've been wanting you for quite a while, and you don't feel like it's the same.
Nah, not at all. I don't think that just because I've been wanting to fight longer, it gives me an edge or nothing like that. I know this is a guy who's been waiting on his opportunity for a long time. He been doing this for years and years. I sparred him back in 2014 maybe. So it's I know this guy. I know this is a hungry guy. So I don't look at that as a mental edge. I know the mental edge is that I'm a better, skillful fighter than he is, and he knows it. So.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned the sparring there. Obviously, you go way back. Is it, I guess, a different element? You can't take much from sparring that was, 11 years ago. But has that mental edge of saying, look, I sort of do know about Zepeda, I guess?
Yeah, I've been to him. I knew him for years and years. So, it just let me know he's a consistent fighter. It also lets me know he's coming to bring his all. So, yeah.
Obviously, it's at the Louis Armstrong Stadium in Queens as well, not far from Newark, I guess. Is that a good element, I guess, to fight in the arena? There's the first time that boxing's been there?
Hell yeah, it's a different type of vibe and energy when you know that you're going to be the first person to box at the arena and place yourself in the history books as the first guy who ever did it. So I'm looking to make a statement. I want the world to know that I'm the best fighter who was there that night. I'm the best fighter that was on the card, skillfully, physically. Everything was in my way, and I came out victorious. So I want the world to see that.
Yeah, I don't know, in the interview you done with Mike Cobbinger at the start of the press, you did promise, belt to ass performance.
Yeah.
Is that still the mentality, still going in there with that intention?
That don't go out the window. I put in non-stop work. I put in a lot of work all these years for this moment. So, that shit's still there. I still feel the same exact way.
And I know His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh put out a tweet about the shrinking ring, the little gimmick, I guess, from yourself. I guess, what do you make of that? I know there's obviously been a lot made of the sort of Tom and Jerry stuff. I enjoyed the tweet that you put out earlier with the Jerry obviously packing a bit of a punch. But yeah, enjoying, I guess, that sort of added sort of, not pressure, but that different sort of element to the fight, I guess.
It just let me know where I'm at in the sport of boxing. You never seen a guy with Turkey status troll an actual fighter this much, and it let me know how great I am, man. Yeah. I appreciate the fact that I'm this great that even the big dogs got to sit there and troll me. So,
I guess, is there an intention for yourself to want to be more aggressive, I guess, in fights, or?
Nah, my intention is to make sure I win, but a guy like William Zepeda, he's going to bring out an aggressive side in me, so I'm not sitting here to talk about what the critics talking about. Let the critics talk. Tell somebody to beat me.
That's the thing, I guess. And I was talking to your videographer earlier, and we were talking about the Oscar Valdez fight and what Oscar brings and that sort of pressure. Do you feel like it's a similar case to that? Fighting someone like Zepeda, who is a come forward fighter, throws a lot of shots. Do you feel like it's that similar case like that, or not? I guess.
Nah, not at all. I think it's two different styles. Valdez, he kind of got calculated pressure. He's going to think before he goes in. Zepeda don't think at all. He just straight goes in and he's going to let his hands go. And also, Valdez don't throw as many punches as William Zepeda. So it's a whole different style, whole different fight. I don't look at it that way, so no.
Do you enjoy that style, I guess, what Zepeda means? If you know what he brings, that brings almost an excitement out of you, because you're not fighting someone that's...
Yeah, it definitely brings the excitement out of me, but I ain't been in front of this style in years, so it's it definitely... I'm looking at it as a challenge. I see it as a challenge in front of me, so yeah.
I guess you mentioned there about you haven't had that style in years, but there's probably, throughout your amateur career, there's probably a style that you haven't seen. There probably hasn't been, there is a style, there's probably no style that you haven't seen already. Do you know what I mean? You've probably faced every single different style. But I guess if you're preparing for someone like Zepeda, if you haven't seen it for a while, how do you sort of find that level of adaptation in your skill set to adapt to something that you haven't seen for quite some time?
You got to be able to adapt to anything that's in front of you. But honestly, even when I seen that kind of style, it's a difference between seeing that style for 3 rounds and seeing it for 12. So you just got to stay mentally sharp the entire time. Like, you got to be locked in the entire fight. You can't lose focus. And Saturday night, I will execute that.
You're going to do whatever's best to win, but is there part of you that would be happy to sort of sit and trade with him, would you say?
I mean, that's the thing, bro. Like, a lot of people don't expect me and him to trade shots. But I know he got more knockouts than me, but I done said this already. I feel as though that I'm the harder puncher in the situation. So him sitting there trading with me might be more dangerous for him rather than it is for me.
And on the added narratives of the fight, would it be sort of a bit sweeter, sort of proving Oscar De La Hoya wrong as well?
Not to do what?
Or proving Oscar De La Hoya wrong as well, beating one of his guys?
I did that before. Yeah. So it's not really nothing new. I've been in front of his guy when I won my first world title. He was right there. He seen it firsthand. So I done it before. I ain't tripping.
I watched an interview with Shawn Porter that he done with the ring, and he spoke about when he watched yourself spar, and he spoke about sort of your level sort of shutting people down and shutting down what they're good at. Do you feel it's a case of yourself with your sort of how highly skilled you are and how much ability you got? It is a case of sometimes, because I know you've been frustrated before about sort of people not bringing the fight to you. Do you feel like it's a case sometimes of that your sort of skill level almost is like a downfall in terms of people's aggressiveness, if that makes sense, or shutting them guys down?
Talking about, you got to ask that again. You talk you from London, right?
Yeah.
So I got to kind of catch everything you say.
Yeah, no, you're right. So what I was saying, obviously, Porter spoke in that interview about how your skill level is made sort of slowing people down or shutting people down. Yeah. Do you feel it's a case of like, I know you get frustrated at times when people always don't bring the fight to you or people don't come with that ambition to almost win. Do you feel like almost that skill set is not like a downfall, but do you feel like almost because you're so elite, that sort of shuts people down in terms of what they're good at? That makes sense?
What shuts people down?
Like what they're good at, you're able to shut that down already because of your skill set.
Yeah, for sure. It all falls along with my skills. I mean, I try not to get frustrated when guys don't bring the fight, because you got to also understand when guys didn't bring the fight to me, it was a reason behind that. They was in front of something that they have never seen before. And it was something new in front of them. So, truthfully, I try not to get frustrated with it, but I also do know my skills make people second guess what they're trying to do that night. If you have a game plan that you want to execute, when you get in front of me, it's hard to execute it because I don't allow it.
I know HE spoke about wanting big plans for yourself. So is there also that added intention to sort of extra motivation to make a statement on Saturday, would you say?
Hold on, repeat that one again.
Is there?
Dog, I'm trying.
No, you're fine. I guess is there that added motivation to put on a statement on Saturday, because HE has spoke about the big plan. HE, His Excellency Turkey, he's talking about the big plans that he wants for yourself, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that, but at the end of the day, long as I go in there and do what I've been doing in training camp and in my sparrings, everything gonna take care of itself. So I try not to think about the pressure, all the other things that don't really matter. All you gotta do is focus on your job at hand, and that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. And for yourself as well, I wanted to ask about how important is it, yourself setting a standard? Because if you look at everything you've achieved so far in the game of Olympic silver medal, freeweight world champion, like so many fighters would dream of that.
Facts.
But for yourself, it still feels like there's so much more for yourself to achieve. Would you agree with that? Would you still say that even though you've achieved that much, there's still so many? It feels like it's just the start, I guess.
My mindset kind of shifted, because like I used to be thinking like, okay, I want to accomplish this, I want to do this, and now I don't think that way. Like I understand that you can accomplish 100 different things in the sport of boxing and still don't get the credit for it. Mm-hmm. So my main goal is to fight the best fighters. I want to fight guys that they think can beat me or guys that they feel is on this level, and I want to show people that I'm better than all of these guys. So that's all my goal is now. Like, I'm not even thinking about accomplishing undisputed or all of these other things that probably don't matter, because if you win undisputed and you didn't fight against the guys that was the best guys, they're going to downplay the undisputed tags too. So I'm focused on fighting the best.
Do you care about getting the credit or not from people?
I don't know. I mean, I'm competitive, so it's like a 50-50 thing, because I understand that these people don't matter. These people don't mean shit to me. But it's also, like I said, I want to show people that I'm better than all these guys. So these guys who they feel is like the big dogs and they the best guys in the sport of boxing, show me if they better than me.
But on another hand of that, that's something that's out of your control, and you can't force guys to fight you, because I know for so long, you've talked about sort of names like Tank, for example, but at the end of the day, you can't force them guys to be in the ring. So on the other hand, is it frustrating knowing that that's almost an uncontrollable thing, winning big fights? Was it being about undeniable, I guess?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely frustrating when you're trying to get the best fights available to happen. I know people done seen with my career, I done try to get a lot of names in the ring, and it's always something that falls through with them guys. Them guys don't want to fight for this reason, it's another reason why this happened, or somebody is faking sick, and all types of different things to why guys don't get in the ring with me. So it becomes frustrated, but at the end of the day, I'm getting these big-ass checks. I'm living good. I'm not worried about that shit. Like, it is what it is. Whenever these guys decide to grow some balls and jump in the ring, then we can make it happen.
Would one of them names be Tank, would you say?
Hell yeah, for sure. That's the fight. That's the biggest fight in the world. So, like I said, I give him credit for his skills and the things that he done in the sport of boxing. He tried to downplay my skills and act like I done nothing. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm ready for the fight to happen because he think he could beat me, and I think I could beat him.
What do you think about that Rotary match with him?
I think that's hard. That's a hard fight. Mm-hmm. So.
There was a few other guys I wanted to ask you about in the division. Abdullah Mason's obviously fighting for a world title. Do you feel like, he is young, but you have one of him as a rival, I guess. Now he's sort of potentially fighting for a world title next?
I'll fight any of these guys. Any of these guys that win a championship belt and put their name in the mix, and these guys want to jump out there and jump at this elite level fighter that I am, then anybody can get it.
And before I do let you go as well, I know, I guess you could say a rival of yours, a guy who was meant to fight, Floyd, Schofield, had an impressive performance against Tevin Farmer. Was there any impression, was you impressed with by that first round knockout from him?
I mean, it was good that he knocked the dude out, but like, he's the same fighter who I knew he was. Like, that was Tevin. It was more so Tevin going out there and being lackadaisical and not respecting him as a fighter. I don't have that mindset. I know any given night that anybody can do something in the sport of boxing, so I don't look at nobody like they just peasants. All these guys is hungry guys that want their spot too, so good job for him, but there's levels to the shit.
Yeah, good stuff. Shakur, appreciate you taking time, and all the best against William Zepeda. Appreciate it.